This is Rich and Charlie with the Operation Legacy Light to My Path coaching series. We've made it to exercise 17.
Yeah.
And that is, what do you really want in life?
Thank you, Rich. Let's say that slowly. What do you really want in life? One of the things that Rich and I were discussing, we may want certain things in life, but you know what? That may not be God's plan for us. So you really have to think about it hard and pray about an industry that you want to go into. When the last bit of work we did was skills, talents, and abilities. When you can harness your skills, talents, and abilities in an industry or a job that not only you want, but that you're getting messages from the Lord that, yes, this is the path I want you to take, that is a good combination.
And again, Charlie, one of the ways that you know if you're in God's path is the fruit.
Mm-hmm.
If it's bearing good fruit, that will be from the Lord.
Right.
If it's not bearing good fruit, then you have to reconsider that. Jeremiah 29, 11 through 13 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord." So he has plans for us.
Right.
Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. That's comforting just in itself.
Right.
And then Ecclesiastes 12:13 says, "Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man." So there's a lot of instruction in the scripture, and if we really think about it, it really makes a lot of sense. So when you think, what do I really want in life? The first question is, what does God want for me in life?
Right.
How does he want me to behave? How does he want me to align with him? And we also know he'll give us the desires of our heart.
Right.
So there's this give and take. There's this relationship that we have with him that can be a very special relationship that can enable us to prosper and to have a future.
And then when you think about ask and you shall receive, well, it all depends on what you ask and with the intent and the heart in which you're asking. But also, think about this. I've heard many people many times say, I'm going to pray about it. And that is good, because prayer is communication with the Lord. But so often, I see inaction. I haven't received a message yet. Well, you know what? The Lord gave you skills, talents, and abilities. The Lord made you in his image, which is perfection. So we have all the tools we need. Now, what's my point? My point is, success is not going to be a lightning bolt from the sky hitting you in the head. Success is you doing your part with the skills and the talents that God gave you. But you can't sit on the sideline and wait. You have to do your part. You have to be proactive. And so as you're doing your due diligence in an industry in which you want to be, or a job or profession, or maybe your own business, know that the Lord will guide you if the intent is correct. Don't take the easy way out. There are many drug dealers out there in the world making tons of money, living a great lifestyle. But is that really the success that you're looking for? And that's not a judgment, it's just a fact, right? So when you start thinking about what do you really want, and you align everything with what the Lord can help you with, that's something else.
That's right, Charlie. Thanks. The scripture inspiration for this book is Psalm 119, 105. "Your word is a lamp for my feet and a light on my path." Mm-hmm. So just dissecting that statement, if it's a lamp for my feet and a light to my path, then the inference is I'm going to be walking down the path.
Right.
So there's a humorous saying, you can't steer a parked car, God can't bless a parked car, and so forth. Sometimes we wait on the Lord, but actually, if he's a lamp for my feet and a light to my path, we need to take action, and we need to step out in faith. We need to use our gifts and talents, and the Lord will bless them, and as we abide in him, he'll give us the desires of our heart. It's really a pretty good formula. It's really a pretty good deal that he's got going there. So we have on 246 the life wheel again and the pies, and we want you to take some time to brainstorm material and non-material things and states and being for each of these that you feel might be in line with God's plan for you and your vision of the future and the desires of your heart.
Right. One of the other things, thank you, Rich, for that. One of the other things, as you're looking at the elements of your life wheel, even though these elements touch you 24 hours a day, every single day, it would be maybe a little challenging to do everything simultaneously. So you're going to have some priorities of what you need to make happen pretty quickly. And I would think that finance is one of them. If you're having a challenge with family relationships, that's a priority. So set some priorities to what needs to be done first, and what can maybe wait in, because you have 12 areas, 12 slices of that pie in your life wheel. And so just discern and be timely about it. Pray for wisdom, pray for direction, and the Lord will help you.
Yeah, and that's my takeaway, Charlie. So when I ask, what do I really want in life? I want what's best for me and what's best for my family. Right. What's best for my relationship with God. So am I seeking Him first in prayer? Am I reading His Word to understand His direction and plan for my life? And then do I have my priorities aligned with God's priorities? And do I trust Him with my life? Right. If all those things are in alignment, then you can have confidence that you are where you're supposed to be at that given time, whether you're going through a trial or you're going through a period of blessing or a period of waiting. If you're abiding in God and His plans, that's where you're supposed to be at that point in time. And there's a joy in that regardless of the circumstances.
Right. Thank you, Rich, for that. One of the other takeaways for me is that even though we may have our plans, and I check this every single day, I said, Lord, is my purpose and my plan on this earth, which is helping families transition successfully from military to civilian life, is that still my plan? And if it's not, then please give me a sign. And so far, I haven't had a sign to deviate from that. So, that's still our purpose. As I mentioned, this is a tool. And I mentioned in other sessions before, the Lord placed His hands on this project as a book. And so I have to believe, and I take it on faith, that this is the journey that I'm supposed to have now.
That's right. So thank you for continuing with us. I'm going to close with this scripture, Charlie, which is Matthew 5:16. What do I want in my life? In the same way, let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven. So thanks a lot. Come on back for exercise 19. We're almost at the end.
More to come.